before?
We before.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the dinner table with your host Q and She. Hey, everybody! It is great to be back in the studio. I miss Q. We've been gone for 2 weeks, and he was in Vegas. Then we had the show. Then we didn't have the show last week, so we back at it again, and we're gonna have a great topic tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in and to the dinner table with Q and She. What's on y'all plate this evening? What's going on?
What's going on? If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard her say we was in Vegas. I want to clarify that.
No, we were not in Vegas. I said we.
Clarify that.
I'm gonna have to watch that back.
We gonna.
I was like, wait.
No, we were not in Vegas.
We were
Is that,
Vegas.
is that why I got
Not
the, is
together
that why I
at
got
the
the
same
text message
No, she
last
went
week?
to Vegas about
I
a
went
month
to
ago.
Vegas, yeah, and then you went.
And then I went last week, a couple weeks ago.
I was like,
Yeah.
that explains the
Went to
text
Vegas.
message that I got. Okay.
Celebrated my daughter's 21st birthday. We got lit. I fell in the pool at
seen
Club
that.
Dre. You saw it?
I saw your live.
I went live?
Yeah, you were live, and I'm like, what happened?
Oh, man, I fell in the pool. And I didn't know I was live.
Yeah, you was like,
Wow.
and your daughter was like, that's my dad.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, I fell in the pool, man. Look, they made these drinks. They're about this big. They're about this tall, right?
That is funny.
I gave a lady a $70 tip because I didn't want to keep nickel and diming her. Like, here, $5 here, $5 there, $5. So I gave her a $7 tip off rip. And I was ordering these drinks for everybody because I wanted to make sure that I showed my daughter how to drink if she's going to do it. I covered her cup, opened up, made a hole through the paper towel, whatever, on the napkin, covered her straw. Through the straw, cover her the top of her cup. I said, listen, if you leave any drinks anywhere, you order some more. I'm like, don't order anything. Let me order. Because I'm trying to show her, because she's 21, she's going to be going out of town and this, that, and other. I'm trying to show her how to conduct herself because people be dropping stuff in your drinks and stuff like that. So, we already drinking good. And they, everybody lit. Then I'm like, I see all these people with these big cups. And I'm like, man, what the hell? So I go over there and I'm like, let me get these cups. Let me get the cups. She said, what you want? I said, Grey Goose or whatever. And she poured half of the cup full of Grey Goose.
Oh.
And they were $45. Now, had I known about these cups, I could have got that in the beginning, and that would have been it. It would have saved me some money and time and some drunkenness.
Drunkenness.
So I get these cups. My daughter and her friend, they doing their thing, whatever. So my daughter's friend was like, I'm straight on that. That's strong as hell. So here go me, the cleanup man. I get it, drink. So they have these seats where you sit around the pool. You know what I'm saying? And a ledge, whatever. You sit around the pool to watch the show, whatever, if you didn't. Because they played me on the booth and everything, so that's another story. Anyway, so I'm trying to sit down, and I guess it was wet, and I zoop.
But you were live.
Boom!
Yeah, I was like, what happened?
With one hand live, the other hand I'm in there. I lost my glass and everything, man, and man, they pulled me out the pool. Yeah, well, it was a good time, though. That's why I say, when you're in Vegas, I'm in Vegas, I'm telling you, Vegas will do you in.
I've had some great times in Vegas.
I love Vegas.
I love Vegas, too. It's a nice party city, nice to go hang out, let your hair down.
Yeah.
Have a good time. So, yes, I know all about it. I'm glad you're back home safe. And,
I love Vegas.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Vegas, it do me in. And that's a good thing, though.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
If you go to Vegas and you don't get out and have a good time or just let loose.
Yeah, I agree. Let loose, let your hair down. You don't have to be but you got to be mindful and cautious.
Fall in the pool.
Because, especially with the women, if you're on a ladies' trip, you got to be mindful because people are seeking and they're watching for vulnerable people.
Yeah.
So, you got to be mindful of that. Yeah. So that's all.
So that's what I just wanted to make sure my daughter had a nice 21st birthday. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty expensive, but we had a good time. Her mom and I and her friends. We had a really, really good time, man. So she only turned 21 once. So
well, I'm glad you guys had a great time.
We did it, man. So like I say, welcome back. I've been gone for a couple weeks. There's a couple things I missed. I want to get back up to speed. Shout out to the Locks. I know I'm late with it, but
You're
shout out to
so
the Locks
late.
and Dipset. Locks did their thing. I know we already talked about it, but I'm a Locks fan. I'm a Dipset fan too, but Locks did their thing. Shout out to Jada Kiss.
Oh, Jada Kiss definitely did his thing.
He did his thing. Shout out to Nas with King Disease 2.
Dude.
Classic.
King's Disease 2 is
man,
insane, bro.
Him and Hit Boy, man, they Batman and Robin. He found his.
The last two joints with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
He got in that groove with Hit Boy.
Hey, somebody said they've been there, done that, fell in the pool as well. That's what I'm saying. Hey, if you ain't do Vegas unless you fall in the pool.
Well, I've been there 13 times and I've yet to do Vegas. I did get I came outside of myself, my seriousness, and had a goof night.
Goof night? What was that?
It was I've never in my life did what I did in Vegas.
What did you do?
She trying to.
We sitting here.
I'm private, but it's no big deal. I had an edible, and it did me wrong.
Oh man!
It did me so wrong.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that shit? I'm telling her I fell in the pool and everything. She talking about she went to Vegas.
You talk more than me.
And she like, I'm private, but I ate an edible. Everybody on this live done ate it. Somebody got an edible right now. They eat.
Well, I don't have nothing to do with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, me who I never smoked weed, never did an edible, and
You
I
never
was
smoke
like,
weed?
no,
Oh man, you never did no mushroom?
no, God,
No?
no. I'm a petrified of drugs.
Cocaine?
No,
Man.
I know. I
I
am.
done did in one setting. I done did cocaine, heroin, mushrooms, mollies.
You wouldn't even be here right now.
I just explode.
No, I don't do drugs, and I just.
Look, in your lifetime, you
Y'all
gotta
don't be
do
listening
something.
to that.
Well, like I said, the edible
smoke
it took
some
me
weed.
outside of myself.
Yeah,
and,
I wish I could have seen that.
Oh my gosh, I was
Yo.
hallucinating. My lips
Yeah.
was dry, and I thought I was gonna die in Vegas. I
And
really
then
did.
you probably ate and then was like, this ain't about nothing. 45
I know,
minutes
and then
later.
I just kept giggling and laughing.
Man.
It was like, so I learned my lesson. Everything ain't for everybody.
Chantes.
Yeah. So it was and I was praying like I was in church. I was literally praying like, Father God, please get me out this situation. I promise I'll never do it again.
You was all heated up. Listen,
And it was hot. It was so hot. Ooh, it was so hot.
the first time I had an edible, I was in Chicago, and I went to Chicago. Did I say that?
You did.
Okay, went to Chicago. And I ate a Rice Krispie treat, and Tanya had a Rice Krispie treat, and we didn't know how to eat it. I didn't know that you eat a little bit at a time. We ate a whole block Rice Krispie treats, each one of them. And when I tell you that shit was the funniest shit ever.
Oh my gosh, it's funny until it gets serious.
Man, it got serious.
Yeah, it's
I thought
funny
I had to call
until
an
it gets
ambulance on her,
serious.
man.
I was laughing uncontrollably.
Yeah.
But I don't like to not be in control of myself, and I was not in control. I kept saying, I'm not in control. I'm not in control. And that bothered me.
Man, you. I'm telling you, I know how to eat it now. I eat edibles all the time.
That was my first and last time.
Yeah, you gotta eat a little bit. Like I got the gummy bears, so I eat half.
I
I
had
got
a
some
cookie.
non
But you also got to know, whoever made it,
Yeah.
the potency of it.
Yeah.
Well, see, in Vegas,
You know
it
what
was
I'm
very
saying?
potent, and it was a chocolate chip cookie.
See, and on the pack they probably told you. Like, I went to Planet Rock down there. I think it was Planet Rock, Planet something. I forget. But that's like Foot Locker of the weed. You know what I'm saying? So we went down there and it showed you because your weight, your weight. This is how much. When you get it from one of these cabarets out here in Detroit, they don't tell you what's in there and how much, and you just eat. Next thing you know, it's a done deal. I saw my soul rise.
See, I don't never want to see my soul rise.
Yeah.
But I had, like I said, I thank God that he got us through that situation because it was all females. And I just, like I said, I'm normally the one that protecting everybody in the group, making sure everybody good. And I felt like I couldn't protect my girls because I wasn't together.
Oh, so you trying to tell me you're not the purse holder, are you, at the party?
No.
At the table? Hey, everybody leave your purses here.
No, I just
I'm
make
not
sure
going
everybody
nowhere.
good. I'm making sure ain't nothing jumping off. I'm making sure ain't no dude grabbing on nobody. I'm like a protector.
She don't want to be like, no, she ain't going with you. And I'll be pissed off. Like,
Well, you'll be
What-
pissed because she might not be in her right state of mind. And we all came together, we all leaving together.
see, that's when we all came together. We all lived
Yes,
it.
I'm
It's
not gonna
always
let
that one.
I'm not gonna
She
let
not-
my friends, especially in
When y'all
another
can all
state,
eat together, you just come with me.
you can all
Man.
leave and go with you. I'm not
Man.
gonna let my people just be out there. So, what kind of friend or family would I be if I did that?
A hater?
Facts.
Wow, out in a whole other state.
No, I'm just talking.
Wow.
they probably went, man, listen here. Man, so.
Or you gotta at least call me and be like, I'm good. You gotta let me know that you're stable enough.
She gonna let you know. We gonna let you know. No, I'm just talking mess.
Whatever.
So, let's get on the vaccine. Now is the booster for the people that's compromised, that have cancer, that have some lung disease, or that have heart failure, that has something that compromised their immune system. Now they're telling you to take the booster shot. But when I was looking on the news today, they're saying that the new strand, they learning all this at the same time that we learning it. You know what I'm saying? And then we going off of what they're saying, but they really don't know. So now you take the booster shot, and it's like, how often am I going to have to take the booster shot?
Yeah.
I haven't taken my vaccine yet. I ain't really pressed about it. Like
I haven't. Like I said, teachers, I don't like people who have. I don't like people who hasn't. I'm just, and I don't like people who try to browbeat people about taking it. Like, don't do that to me.
Yeah.
If you felt that you need to take it, and do what you need to do for you, but don't, down me because I didn't. And I'm not going to down you because you did. It's a personal choice.
Personal choice.
Yeah. So, like I said, either way, but it's so much going on with it, so many different things. And what is it? Yeah, I got vaccine as a child, but that's what you had to do. I don't have to do this. And you're not going to.
I thought you got vaccine. I thought you got vaccinated.
No.
No?
I told you I didn't.
I thought you did.
No. I'm still, I'm still trying to figure it out. But I'm not just going to jump and just do that. I'm not. So.
Well, shout out to the NBA, man. They paying these boys off. I mean, they spending some money in the NBA. What's my man name? What's the dude that just turned down $114 million contract from Miami, or $84 million contract? He turned it down to go with a 1-year contract with
Oh no, you talking about
Olapalo? What's the name?
No, you talking about Dennis Schroeder.
No, it's another one. What was my man name? He used to play for Indiana, the point guard. Olapo. It's the OLP something. Anyway, Miami.
You talking about Oladipo?
Oladipo.
Oh no, he turned down a contract that was 3 years ago when he did that, and they offered him an extension, but.
This is recently.
No, that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He Houston was thinking about offering him an extension when he played with them the season before last, but he got hurt, and then they traded him to Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Miami just re-signed him, but he got injured at the end of the last season.
Okay.
So that's why he on a on a small deal.
Yeah, that's
Dennis
crazy.
Schroeder is the one that really jacked up because
he did.
The Lakers offered him halfway through the season.
Yeah.
4 years, $84 million, and he told them, I think I'm worth $100 million.
And they gave it to him?
And then no. So
and then he signed a year for Will.
He got here to the offseason thinking he was going to be one of the top point guards that was going to get their money this summer, and he didn't.
And he didn't?
And so he ended up taking a 1 year, $6 million deal.
$6 million for 1 year?
Yep, he missed out.
I'm in the wrong profession.
From Boston, he missed out.
But he could have been making $20 million a year.
$20 million a year.
And he didn't want to take it because he felt like I should get 25 plus.
And
that was your first year as a starter, and you think you're gonna get 25
right,
million
you
a year.
gotta work your way up to that.
And you're not about to be in the runners for a ring. You could have signed an extension and been in the runners for a ring. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. So
all this money they get,
That's crazy.
Do y'all feel that they are getting what they're worth? Like, are they worth that kind of money?
Some of these athletes, I would say they are worth the money, but at the end of the day, it ain't up to us. It's up to the owners that own the team.
yeah. So
They the ones that's paying out the money.
Yeah.
They making billions. Most of the owners is making billions.
They
billionaires.
making billions of dollars.
The tickets, the merch, everything, the hot dogs, the beers, everything about to go skyrocket.
That's
when they go skyrocket. You go to a game, it's like $20 for a beer and some chips.
Everything is high. Even
a beer is $16. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Especially that Little Caesars arena.
Oh, and water is like $5-6.
Then you get to the doggone seats and stuff. You like this in
arena
the
food
seats.
is just too damn high, yo.
It is. It's so expensive. Everything is.
I don't eat at the arenas no more.
Right.
Do you know, like Kalahari, all those places, hotels, even hotels, the prices have skyrocketed. They making up for last year where they did not make revenue because everything
it's
is
worse
so
than the
high.
movie theaters.
Yes.
Everything. So now dig this. This is a switch from sports. It's still entertainment. I got a chance to go see Dave Chappelle last week.
Oh, I wanted to see him. We talked about Dave Chappelle too.
The GOAT. And I'm telling him to go because
I was mad I couldn't go to that.
He's the GOAT because of what he stands for. But I'm not a real Dave Chappelle comedy fan like that. He had a couple comedy. Everybody had a couple comedy shows that they don't really do that good on, man. But what he was talking about, he made everybody take a COVID test. So when you went down there to the Fillmore, the line was wrapped around the building, but you had to go across to the Ford Field, right outside Ford Field. You had to take a COVID test because he makes everybody take a COVID test. And Then you had to get the rapid. Then you had to go back in line. The end of the line and the start of the line was right neck and neck. So that's how long it was. And you know, the thing of it is this, and this coincides with the vaccine and stuff like that. The people that were doing the rapid test said they turned away hundreds and hundreds of people that didn't pass the test. So it's a lot of people out here walking around with COVID. You know what I'm saying?
And they asymptomatic. They don't have no symptoms or anything.
And they, you know, they got their money back, but still. So when we got in there, you know, the seats in the Fillmore are horrible.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm like, man, I caught a cramp. I'm like, man, I'm short. So, but the show was great. Dave Chappelle, man, did his thing, man. Funny guy. You know, he talked about politics. He talked about everything. He talked about anything you think about. He talked about that they wanted him to sacrifice his soul for his show for money, and that he stood tall and stood on his 10 toes like, no, I'm not finna, I don't need that.
Right.
Because you're not about to change me and what I created and have me put on a dress and have me do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, and rewrite my show. So that's when he left and he went to Africa. And then now he come back, told the people, don't watch the show because Comedy Central started showing his special. He told everybody, don't watch
Netflix did too.
Netflix, that's what I'm saying, Netflix, I'm sorry. And he told everybody not to watch it, and that paid off because they offered him $60 million. They offered him $60 million. And so, man, that's why I say he's the GOAT, man.
He is the GOAT.
He stood tall.
He's like a political comedian to me. Like, he says jokes, but it's truth and it's political, and he makes you think. So I'm a huge Dave Chappelle fan. Okay. I like how he deliver. I like the thing he says and make you think. And he did stand his ground.
He stood his ground, man. He stood his ground. I think
he's gotten better as a comedian.
Me too.
Like,
he has gotten much better.
Some of his earlier stuff, like, it was funny, but it was like,
So you feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
But the Dave Chappelle show was hilarious to me.
But like his comedy, especially of like the last decade,
it's been on point.
Ain't nobody messing with Chappelle.
He called my man Juicy Smollett. And, you know, my man, what's my man from Empire? Jesse Smollett. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Listen, I also want to give shout out on the entertainment side. I want to shout out, and you may know this because I don't know it off top. The director's Kamal Smith, but the writers and producers and everything of He Played Me, starring Alfonso Settles, my brother, and then my sister Shelby Lee. I'm pronouncing it right, but those my acting families, man. That was a good movie. You know, they carried it out. They held the movie well, and it's a good look. Go on Tubi, it's free. You can check it out. It's called He Played Me. Shout out to all the Detroit filmmakers and actors and actresses and everything, editors. Shout out to Darren Brown. He has Dimes, the movie coming out. I was able to be not an extra in his movie Melanin. I had a speaking role. You know, so I don't want to downplay it to extras, but let me tell you this. Don't shy away from extra work, from being an extra. Don't act, you know what I'm saying? Some people may feel like they too big for that. No. Let me tell you something, man. You know, being an extra, you have to have that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that continuity, and it's important. So as an actor or actress, man, listen, you know, don't be too big to where you can't do extra work. That's it. That's my
Darren Brown, that did. I haven't watched the movie yet, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, Dimes will be out in October, I think. But He Played Me is out on Tubi. You got shout out to Dennis Reed.
I'm gonna check that out.
I was talking to Dennis Reed at the Dave Chappelle concert. He just released First Lady 3, which is good, man. Detroit is on Tubi and Amazon and all those streaming. We on there heavy. Heavy, man. So shout out to all Detroit actresses and actors and producers and writers and filmmakers and the whole production team. Yep. Shout out to my man Beezy and Tristan. They got me in power and money. I got a good part in there. You know, check me out, and you know, there it is.
Yeah.
What's the topic?
The topic is...
Shout out to Houston.
The topic for tonight is, can you or have you dated someone older or younger? And how old and how young? That is our topic tonight. And how does that, work out? Some people say they can't date older, they can't date younger. Why, or why not, or why do you? Do some people prefer younger, men or women? Some women like younger men.
It's crazy because women can date a younger guy and they call it a cougar. But a guy can date a younger woman and he's a what?
Sugar daddy.
Yeah, sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Or
he
zaddy.
robbing the cradle.
Yeah, it's like, come on, but the lady's a cougar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
That ain't a nice name to be called.
And depending on the age gap, they'll call a dude. They'll straight up be like, "Oh, nigga, you a pedophile."
you're a pedophile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
for
true.
real.
Yeah.
So okay, listen.
So a dude dating a woman that's 20 years younger than him, he
20 years?
getting all of that.
See?
But a woman that's 20 years older than the dude,
listen.
no problem.
I don't
She
think
is
that's
Stella.
true.
No, yes,
Yes,
A
it
woman,
is.
I don't know.
No.
No,
If a dude
Ain't
50 years
nobody
old,
dogging a woman that's 20 years
No.
older than the dude that she's
Really?
kicking it with.
No, hell no. If a dude
No.
is 50 and a woman is 25, how you gonna look at that?
I'm gonna be like,
Just
he
what I
like,
thought.
well, it's a woman. She's older. I mean, she's old enough. I just like he like young girls, like young
He's 25 years young.
Women. He's
girl.
25 years younger. She's 25.
She's 25. He's 50. You
That
gonna stop-
happens
you
all
saying
the
you
time.
being politically correct right now?
I'm not being politically correct. What I'm saying is that she's still grown. And that looked like, to me, y'all actually started it. Men was dating younger women. And it was like, oh, he got him a young thing. That was like the thing. And then women started coming out with it. Not say they wasn't doing it, but they partaked in it more. And then it became a bigger thing. It became like where it got named Kruger. And I don't even know where that is. You do not have to make that noise.
That's because for most older women, it was about that thing.
And that's all it was
You
about.
got because
Yes, it was.
women peak happens later.
Yeah, and I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
man, slow down because we wild early.
So in our
you know what I'm saying?
20s,
20 and
in our
30,
20s when
yeah.
we at our physical peak, like we, you know
That's
what I'm
when
saying?
the 40.
The women that's older, like, yeah, I need that.
Man, let me
But
tell you
see,
something.
to me, an older man marry or date a younger woman to mold them. So it's like, oh, that one older woman, she too set in her ways. I can't get her to do what I want. But this young girl, I can persuade her. I can mold her into the woman that I want.
You know the
I
real,
guess-
you know
I
the real
guess
answer
that's-
to it.
That's the truth, and that's
probably
my truth.
No, that's probably the case for some men, but a lot of men that date women a lot younger than them is simply for child rearing. They don't the thought of being with somebody that's 30 plus trying to have kids. For some dudes, it's like, yeah, I don't want to take no chance. Because, the older the women get,
Yeah, the more difficult it is.
the more
Right.
issues
More
that could
issues.
pop
I'm finna hit y'all
up
with the real.
health-wise.
Go ahead and finish.
No,
And
I'm just saying.
so you're
that's-
saying for like having children, they rather have it with a younger woman
Yeah.
than someone. So if a guy is 50,
Ain't nobody 50 trying to have no babies.
True, yes
Oh,
it is.
yeah,
I
yes,
mean,
it is.
It's happening, but they ain't trying. That's a hoops.
It is.
They
It's
ain't really
not
trying.
a oops.
I'm gonna tell you
It
the
is.
real.
Oh
It is.
gosh, okay,
Let
here
me
we
give
go.
you 2 or 3 scenarios.
Okay.
The first scenario is this. First of all, guys being 50 and the chick being 25, whatever, they want a showpiece.
Yeah, that's true.
You
I
understand?
agree.
They want a showpiece to make them feel young and this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, cool. The second scenario is this. Older women done had kids, done gained weight, done had all these type of knees is hurting, back hurting, calf muscles is tickling, toes is, all that. I'm just being 100. I'm gonna tell you what Deion Cole said. Comedian Deion Cole. He said when you having sex with an older woman, you go to put her leg back. It's like ow, 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 ow. But then when you had a younger chick, it's like shit. Let's go. And that's what he said was true because you have a lot of older women that they that's just life, and it's okay. I'm not saying I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying it's okay. That's life. You have things that happen, so you're not as agile. Even for men. You know what I'm saying? Getting up there, I feel every nook and cranny and everything with me now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting older. But I just think those 2 things are significant in a man looking for a younger woman because he can mold her. He can try to mold her, like you said. It's a showpiece on his arm.
Yeah, I
and make
agree.
him feel good. And then it's a lot that comes with an older woman, seasoned woman that had kids and stuff like that, man, where that particular person don't make that older person feel like a younger person.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Like Ron Isley and his wife, they just celebrated
Auntie Arm Candy.
They just celebrated 16 years of marriage. She's 40 something. He just turned 80. Ron Isley. They look good, but they look good together, and they have a child together. I think they have a 10-year-old son together.
La da 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 da.
But like I said, it's just a preference. To me, though, a younger woman and an older man, or vice versa, you just don't have too much in common. You know, it may be fun, you hanging out, having a good time, but when it's time to have goals and set things in place, you trying to 50, 60-year-old man trying to do this with 20-some-year-old woman.
Well, it depends on the individual.
It depends on the individual.
The reason why it works with older men and younger women is because most women mature faster. So
that's true.
The average woman,
that is true,
in they mid to late 20s, they not. You know what I'm saying? You got some that still be fooling, but you got a bunch of them. They be on their stuff.
Yeah.
So that's appealing to an older guy because he like whatever weaknesses you may have, he can cover that.
That's true. And then I think a young woman too is looking at security, like
The younger woman or older woman?
The younger woman is looking
the younger woman looking for security.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The older woman don't need that.
She already established.
She established already.
So she gonna get that young thing.
But that's why she can mess with a younger dude.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm good. I don't need you for that.
And most, like a woman who's divorced, done already been through all of that. She just trying to have some fun at an older age with a younger guy.
I met a woman. I was 25. She was 50. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take you through the little real quick. She had her stuff together. I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming into the plant and everything. I'm young. And I'm like, she had Tupperware. She got me with the Tupperware. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, we came. I'm like, man, she zoned in on me. So a little young, I'm just coming in there, whatever. And she had her stuff together, man. Had a tight house, car, all that.
Were you impressed by that? Like, she got her stuff together.
Yeah, because she let me drive.
Oh, she let you drive?
Yeah, I'm like, let me get your car. Go ahead, baby. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead
she
on.
let you drive?
Yeah, I'm riding. I'm through the hood, like, I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So, she would cook, like, oxtails on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she come over there and we eat our oxtails, man. We doing this, that, and the other. And all she really wanted to do was have sex.
She want to spend time with you?
No, it wasn't none of that that was cool, but it was just like, she treated me like, I can't say a son, but it was like, I can't.
You was a boy toy.
You was a boy toy.
But let me tell you this. While we was
I
getting
had
down,
one that tried to make me one.
While we was getting down, the things that she would say, like
what'd she say?
She would be like, conquer this. I'm like, conquer? What the fuck is conquer? Conquer this. I don't want to say the P word, but conquer this. Come on, young man. And then, look, she was saying young man before Terrence Howard was saying man.
Conquer this? I would have been like,
I'm like, conquer? I'm like, conquer? She's like, come on, young man.
That is hilarious.
Listen, and then she got out, and the thing of it, she was I want to say, work out. So, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier when she had me. She was jerking me. I'm like, wait a minute. What is you doing? Like, hold on. She was going crazy. And then when she finished, I'll tell you, I can't make this up. When she finished, she lit a Virginia Slim Menthol Light 100 in a box.
Oh, wow.
And she sat there, she's smoking. I'm sitting there, she thought I was asleep. And she was talking to her friend. I can't think of her friend's name. I don't know if it was Cookie or Candy or something like that. And she said, let's just say Candy or Cookie. Cookie, I swear, I can't make this up. She said, Cookie, didn't think she was cooking, smoking, and talking to Cookie. She said, I got him sprayed out.
Sprayed out?
Not spread out, or sprayed.
Sprung.
She was sprung. She was like, I got him sprayed out. I'm like, what the fuck is sprayed out? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to be kidding me. And that was my experience of my first experience of
an older woman. How much older?
She was 25 years older.
25 years, wow.
So now she's 70. I ain't 50 yet, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, she's over 70.
Yo,
I
I was 21 in the plant, and I had a 50-year-old. She was
At
trying
21?
to. Yeah, she was trying to get
So
me.
did y'all like
I
them?
didn't-
Did
I
y'all
didn't-
really like them?
But no,
or-
this one I didn't end up getting with her because I was just like, yo, she older than my mom.
Yeah, now see, that's
You know
the
what
thing
I'm
about
saying? That was
older
the
guys.
only thing. I was
I
like,
didn't think about that.
See, I thought
that was the
about
only
that.
thing for me. So I was like, damn, I'm 21, and I'm like, she 50.
In
Like
the
she had,
plant. Yeah. And in
like
the plant, the
yo,
older guys
but
used to
she
try to
had
talk.
she had a brand new Mustang.
That's what I'm talking
She
about.
had the brand new Navigator.
Yeah.
She'd be pulling up in the lot, and she'd be trying. She would. Look, you know what I'm saying? Come over here with Big Mama and you can,
You can-
drive,
and
you
you
can
just
do whatever
wouldn't do
you
it.
want to. I'll take you to the mall. One day she came, she had asked me randomly one day while we was on the line, she was like, what size shoe you wear? So I told her I wasn't thinking nothing about it, right? And then the next
bought
day
you
at
some
work,
shoes?
she brought in some shoes.
Hey.
And I
See?
was like,
She know what to
It
do.
used
She
to be
always
like,
know.
when I worked in the plant, I used to work at the plant, and it was the sugar daddies in there. And they have, back then, when I was in the plant, 95, 96, they had money to where they could have
Yeah.
a household, and they try to, and I was so, I kept saying that they my father age. I can't talk to them. And one guy, he kept on talking to me, and he would like,
He got you.
no, absolutely not. Can't no older man of the plant tell you that they were with me. And he kept buying me, like he bought all of us lunch. And I just was looking at this. And one day he hugged me and he kissed me on my cheek, and it was wet as molasses. And I just thought about old people. I was like, ugh. I can't
that's why she don't
do
like
that.
kissing.
I was like, ugh, he kissed me and it was moist on my cheek.
It was
And I went in the
moist.
bathroom and I wiped it off because I was like, ugh.
Man, all
And
the
I'm like,
older-
but women love them. They kept, wanting to be with him. And
They
not
pay
just
him off.
Yeah, they pay him off, and they pay.
They pay him off.
Pay a
Listen,
bill or
the
something.
plant-
Cats, them
Yeah.
old school cats, they'll be like this. They used to tell me like, listen, man, I don't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying off. And if they with it, that's it. I ain't got to do nothing. When I come back holler at you, I pay you off again. And I'm like, dog, I ain't never doing no shit like
Now,
that.
I never talk. Now, I talk to someone younger, but older than me. The most I've went is like maybe 7 years older than me.
70.
7.
Oh.
No, no,
what was
70.
the age that was younger than you? Yeah, she done caught somebody fresh off a big wheel.
The youngest.
Yeah, be real with it.
I'm
now.
gonna be real. The youngest was 12 years younger.
Oh, I thought.
No, not no, God, no. 12, they were adults. They were. No.
Oh,
The
man.
youngest I had was 12. Like, what the fuck?
No. 12 years
Hey,
younger
listen.
than me.
Hey,
12 years
listen.
younger.
Hey, Sheila is a taco.
No, I would never do that.
This is.
They were grown adults. They were
This
like
is
they
S.
were like
Kelly
26.
over
They were like 26, and I was 12 years older.
And
So
she
yes,
said,
no.
I said, how old were they? She said they were 12.
Years older. I would never do that. That's some sick. I would never do that.
She be at
Yeah, I
daycare.
dated somebody 19 years older than me.
19 years
19
older.
years?
Yeah.
The oldest I think was 7 years older than me. The youngest was 12.
I was 26, and the girl was about to turn 21. That's not bad.
No, not
about to be
not
21.
bad at all.
I dated somebody that was 20 when I was 32. And I got the business
Damn.
for it too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
From a dad?
No, from everybody else. It's
Oh, I
crazy.
didn't even share
The
that.
crazy thing is, I met her moms and I met her grandparents or whatever because she used to stay with her grandparents and they wasn't tripping. Her
Now,
mama wasn't
let me
tripping.
ask y'all this. Have y'all ever had a
Her-
girl
and
y'all
her
was
mom
talking
was a
to,
cop, so, you know,
and
she
her
was
mom,
just
the
like-
mom
Try to
was
holler at
like, now or being flirtatious or
Yep.
being all in your face.
Oh,
The mother.
really?
The mama?
I had one that was like that, and the mama could have got it too.
That's what I'm talking about.
If I'd have been a different type of guy at that
Yeah.
point in time in life,
The mama would have got it.
she'd have got it too.
That lady said, conquer this. We in it. She's like, come on, baby, conquer this.
Like the mama, was trying. Now I did get some mamas later down the road.
Right.
Like I went, like I was trying to,
worse than the daughters.
I was trying to get on. I was trying
They
to get on this.
persistent.
I was trying to get on this one chick, and because I was actually with my homeboy. We went over her house. He was talking to her friend or whatever. So I was like, well, let me see what's up with Breezy. You know what I'm saying? I was really just trying to be there for my homeboy.
Right.
So he could, have his time with old girl and they, whatever. So we there, I'm talking to her or whatever. Her mama come in, right? She in the kitchen. She started cooking or whatever. And she came out, she was like, hey, y'all want something to eat? I'm about to whatever she was about to cook. So we like, well, yeah, no problem. I appreciate that. Thanks, da. So she go back in the kitchen, right? So it's like a little doorway. You know, you remember the old school doors where they can like close the door, but you know you could leave that mug crack. It like be like a V. So it was like cracked, and she kept turning around and looking at me through the door.
The mama?
Yo, she
Wow.
give me the eye, and like she got it was like I knew she did it on purpose. She was like, "Hey, young man, can you help me out with something
Young
real
man,
quick?"
they call you young man.
Young man.
Yo,
man.
yo,
Come on,
I
young
went in
man.
the kitchen
And
and she like,
You
listen,
gave it to her. You should have.
not that day, but
Not
I
that
came.
day,
but
But I came back
Young
over like the
man,
next
young
day.
man. Young man.
Cause she was like, you know,
she
I
say
ain't,
conquer this.
nah.
Yeah, that right there would have scared me. That sounded like some.
She said conquer this.
But she was the first one to tell me to choke her.
Woo!
I was like,
choke me, young man.
What?
And I
Man,
think-
what was her name though?
No, you don't say her
No.
name.
Was
It was
it was an old school
Say her
name, wasn't it?
name.
yeah, it was
It was-
Sicily. Yep. Yep. She was bad though. She was
That
bad
sound like
too.
an older woman.
Mine was
bad.
Virginia. She had the Virginia Slim menthol, light 100 in the box, and they the long ones. And when we finished doing it, man, she was on the cooking and had the cigarette right here, talking to her homegirl Cookie or Candy, whatever her name is.
Wow.
I got it
All I know-
sprayed out Cookie.
Man, all I know is I ate good. I
You
ate.
felt like vulnerable, like, oh.
Listen,
sitting
I
there
ate.
like- and
I
she
ate
cooking
good
oxtail.
that next day.
Wow.
I ate good that next day.
Yeah.
Like she had me come
'Cause
over.
see, that's
She
all
had me
they want
listen.
you to do.
She had me come over early.
Yeah.
She cooked me breakfast.
Wow.
Then she fed me lunch.
See, and,
she-
I think that's what be killing the younger guys.
and so
with
I was
older
like,
women.
hey, I
The
gotta go
cook-
to. I was like, I gotta go to work. She was like, well, come back after you get off work.
Oh wow.
Come
Then
on
I
back.
got, then I got dinner and dessert.
She wanted to keep y'all.
They don't want anything from you because they got everything. It's nothing that at your age that you can do but put your back in it.
So they
And
wanted
that's-
to
and I
feed y'all
did.
and keep you drained.
That's
Man.
all they wanted.
And
man.
I had oodles and oodles and oodles of energy back then.
Man,
Wow.
listen. And then that's what I ain't gonna lie to you. See, I'm telling a lot, but she back then, you know, I'm young. She was like, you know, hey, just calm down. Baby. You gonna get it again. You know what I'm saying? She baby just
You was eager.
what? I was what?
Eager.
Oh, I thought
You know, you can't hear. Were you eager?
I said, what?
You're like, dang, I gotta give all of this.
And she was like, slow down, man, slow down, young man. I was like, man, and that was my name. Listen, let me tell you something. She used to beat me, right?
That's funny.
She used to beat me, right? And I'll call her back. Because I think I had just got a cell phone at that time, a big cell phone, or I might have pulled over at the payphone. I can't remember. I'll call her back and she'd be like, "How you doing, young man?" And I'll be like, "Hey, you all right?" She's like, "Yeah, you gonna travel over here?"
Travel.
I said, "Travel."
Oh, she was old school.
Yo, she was old
But
school.
listen,
to the
right.
blood,
I tell her
bro.
like, "Let me call you right back." You know what I'm saying? So I call her back. She'd be like, "How you doing, young man?" I was like, "I just talked to you a minute
Did
ago."
you like her?
Yeah.
Yes.
You did? He said yes. So how did it eventually end? She got older?
She got old. We all got old. That was that old life and shit. I mean, you know what? Yeah, because I start seeing it in her neck.
Ooh.
And I'm like, you know, I say, damn, she getting old. Oh, baby, the rabbit's
That's
getting old.
crucial.
I mean, no,
my
it was enough was enough.
Really? How long did it go on?
For about 6-7 months.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking you about to say 6, 7
No,
years.
no, because
That's big time, cause
yeah.
Is it?
yeah, cause
6, 7 years?
6-7 months.
I mean, 6, 7 months, that's
6,
so
7
short
months,
lived.
yeah,
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Is it?
For a jump off, for as old
Yeah.
as you.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever go anywhere? Did you take her out?
No, we didn't do that. We did go.
You had 2 opportunities with me.
Yeah. We did
Wow.
go. She never wanted to go out to eat, and I was like, "Well, let's go eat," because she always cooked. She
Wow.
always cooked. I'm telling you, it was Thanksgiving on a Wednesday.
Wow, you
It
don't
was
get
like,
that
man,
often.
no, Thanksgiving on Wednesday. So I'm like, damn, she cooking oxtails on a Tuesday. May skip Wednesday. Then she cooking a full turkey on Thursday, dressing, what's that? Cranberry sauce.
Oh wow, you
All
had the
that
whole
shit. I'm
shebang.
like, damn. I started gaining weight,
wow, she's feeding you good.
and she was feeding me, and she was
Draining
conquering
you.
this, and she was, man. I'm telling you, she would her. Now that I see I'm older now, you know what I'm saying? I see like, okay, her second wind kicked in. Mm-hmm. And all she wanted to do was, can you, and then I didn't never had to buy her no cigarettes because she bought them by the carton.
Oh wow, that's back then.
Yo, that's
was
real.
old
Open up her cigarettes.
Yeah, that's
she
Yeah.
but then she did this. That's the little gold tab you take off. The
wow.
Virginia Slim menthol pack. And then you do this. That's what I found out. You do this to get the nicotine to the front.
Oh, I thought you could do that to get the cigarette out.
No, you do this because you want the nicotine.
Yeah, you wanted to be at the
tip.
At the tip
Oh,
of
I didn't know that. Wow.
cigarette.
I learned something new.
And then she's a young man. She did say this. She said, "Young man, before you travel over here, can you pick up a Dr. Pepper?"
Oh wow,
I
she
thought
was
that-
old. She was just an old soul.
I said,
Yo.
"A Dr. Pepper."
Wow.
She asked me, "Can I travel over there?"
That's serious right there,
That's
yo.
some deep stuff. Now, would you date younger? Like, how old are you now? 40. Why you look at me like that? How old are you?
I'm seasoned.
Well,
You know what I'm
would you date a young lady in her 20s?
No,
Not at all.
I got a daughter, 21.
Okay.
And I look at it different now.
You do?
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't do that. If she was 30.
30.
Cause see, I'm gonna tell you this. My partner has a wife that's 16 years younger than him, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where you can see that. Damn, that shit is a big gap because we were over to the house and we were listening to Chaka Khan, Sweet Thing. All old schools is in it. She came over there and turned it off. I don't want to hear all that whining and crying. I'm like, oh, you need to leave her. You need to divorce her right now. First of all, how she gonna come in and turn your radio off?
Yeah.
True.
That's a
Second of all, how you gonna turn Chaka Khan off?
And she didn't want to hear all that whining.
She
and
said, I
crying.
don't want to hear that whining and screaming. She said, play some K. Michelle. I said, if that ain't whining and screaming and
But see, that's the younger. That's the difference. But see, some people, like you said, some people get with somebody younger or older, younger, especially man or woman, because it's vibrant, it's fun, it's lively. You know, it's something to do, have a good time
I
with
can't
somebody.
do the younger women no more.
when okay, 50, 35. When you're 60, you understand? 45. 60 is you really slowing down right now.
That's 20 years different.
That's what I'm talking about.
15.
So I'm saying it's 15.
When you
so
say, like, say
it's not-
65, 40.
No, he said 60 and
That's what I said,
45.
50, 35,
Okay.
60. But I'm saying the younger and the older, I just don't think it'll last.
You don't think it'll last?
No, man, because
I think it
when
depends
you're
on where the woman is at in her life.
Yeah, it
That's what I
depends
said.
on a woman. To me, an older man and a younger woman, it depends on where the woman. Because, like you said, women do mature faster. So they may be like, okay, I don't want all of that fast living, and I want to settle down with an older, established man. I know.
Yeah, if you got
but
the right
you
one.
60 and he's 45.
Yeah, I got a guy I used to work in the plant with. He just turned 54. She just turned 41.
That ain't bad.
Oh, that is right
You know what
here.
I'm
She
saying?
said about being a trophy.
But when they started dating, she was 32.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody on here said definitely a trophy, and I feel like that too. Like it's a showpiece on their arm, but just because somebody look good don't mean that they're good for you. It's a
True.
good look, but how are they, like, behind the scenes? Are they, or what about if you a stay at home kind of guy? You work and go home. She want to be out in the streets, or what about if you a younger guy and she want to be at home chilling, and he want to be out in the streets? Like, you have to put all of that in perspective as well. So
I can't deal with it because I couldn't deal with it because it's like what is our conversation about?
Right.
If I'm 50 or whatever and you 30, 35, you know what I'm saying? We a whole 2 generations behind.
but what
And
about if
are we
she's
talking
mature? What about if she or say she?
It's rare.
It is rare. Well, say she's an old, so she been around, her parents, and her, like a mother and father in the household. Like, she just like that type of environment.
It's definitely to make you feel good, make that older person feel good, man. And then you got some older cats like, okay, let's put it to you like this: the older cats back in the day when they were 50, they were older cats. because they come up in the temptation world, they come up in that type of thing. So they were older cats. Our era, we're able to deal with the older generation because we were born into hip hop. We got the last ends of the Temptations. We got the disco. We came into all of this, so we can actually
Go either
jam
way.
with the younger people.
Yeah.
I know I do because I can have the same dialogue and know what they're talking about because I'm hip hop, so I keep myself to that. When the older folks, like my mom's age, my stepfather's age, they don't know what cap is. They don't
like
know
whatever.
what this
But
is.
you're gonna
You know what I'm
eventually
saying?
grow from that too.
I know, but what I'm saying is she's gonna grow up too. What I'm telling you is someone 50 can relate somewhat into lingo and this, that, and other somebody that's 35. Because you like Chris Brown, I like Chris Brown. You
Sada
like
Baby.
Amigos, I like Amigos.
Right, you like-
this, I like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you heard of NWA. You might not have grew up on it, but you heard of it. You saw the movie, so you know. Okay, that's hip hop. So we can kind of do this. See, our generation is so wonderful because we got everything. We rock. We had rock. We had jazz. We had the Temptations, the Motown. We born into hip hop. We own this Chris Brown, all this new stuff, the mumble music. So we got everything.
Right.
Opposed to the older people coming up with the Temptations and that's it. Never really got tuned into hip hop.
I got you.
We were brought into that.
True.
So
We were in that era.
we're diverse. We can talk and kick it with everybody.
Right.
That's what makes us young. That's why I try to, like Tanya, when Maya talked to her, she don't know certain things because she's not ear to the street or to the hip hop like that. Me, my daughter, we could talk, daddy, he be capping and saying, so I know what you're talking about. Daddy, that's slapping or this, that, I know what you're talking about.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So that I think that kind of plays a part into the older and younger generation coming together now as far as dating. Because we're getting older, but we're not out of tune with them.
I mean,
Now
that conversation piece is still like a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what I think about is older, younger, either way, having children. Or, like, if you get serious. Now, if you just messing around having fun or, you want to hang out, you got a young person, particularly women. Men start relationships for the most part, or they have a relationship more so than a woman with a younger person. But an older lady hanging out with a guy, or, you have a child. I know a guy who had a baby with a woman and he was 17 years younger and had a baby. So, but they didn't have really a relationship. It was like, hey, have this child and we gonna raise this child together.
I don't want to be on no urn with my daughter, being on urn when my daughter turned 20. You know what I'm saying? Listen, give me some older names. Like, give me some older women and men names that's, you know what I'm saying? When you hear their name.
Geraldine.
True.
Damn.
Leroy.
Leroy. Who? Cleophas. Oh, my God. Erskine.
Hey, we got.
That's somebody named Erskine.
Listen, you know what's the craziest thing? So
What?
my grandmother's name is Mildred, right?
Mildred.
And I met a young lady
Named Mildred?
She's in her mid-40s. Her name is Mildred.
Really?
And I
Mildred.
was
They say
like
Emma.
blown away.
Odessa.
Like, wow.
Odessa.
Yeah, that's old too.
That's
That's definitely old.
Cleophas.
I said
Milton.
Milton.
Milton
Yep.
is an old name?
Hell yeah. What Miltons you know that's young?
That's right.
You ain't gonna find one.
Well, I know.
You ain't gonna find no Milton. That's an old ass name.
But see, do y'all ever think like, okay, our names, like
Wesley.
Wesley.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yes.
that's kind of old now too. You won't
Wesley?
you rarely hear that name.
Hell, Sheila.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Right, that's my mama name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Sheila. But you know what? My mom.
I got two Sheilas that I graduated from school with. Like, it's
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
My mother was gonna name me Victoria. I'm so glad they did. But my
Man.
aunt,
That's starting to become an old name too.
it is an
Cicely.
old name.
Yep.
Cicely.
Yo, you said that. Your girl named
Victoria, Veronica, all of those names
She say
is becoming
Bartholomew.
old now.
Sylvia.
Wow.
Yep, Bartholomew is definitely
Who?
old.
My Sylvia. My aunt Sylvia
Oh.
say Sylvia.
Lewis.
Louis? You
Yep,
think
that's old. It's old now.
Conrad.
That's old.
My mother used to say the guy named
That's
Conrad.
definitely old.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Margaret, yes.
Gertrude.
What? Oh, Gertrude.
Oh, my
Yeah.
grandmother used to have this lady come on. She sell costume jewelry. Her
Oh.
name was Gertrude.
Doris.
Doris.
Yep.
What about what?
Ruth.
Ruth. That's
Ooh,
old
yeah, what
too.
about
That's my aunt name. Who?
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Yep. Dorothy is old too.
Dorothy.
What about Diane?
Diane is like it's on the it's almost there though.
Yeah, Simeon.
Simeon. What about Elizabeth?
Elizabeth has become old.
Elizabeth.
It's not too many Elizabeths now.
My auntie said Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch. Ooh,
Mitchell,
yes.
Mitchell.
Edgar.
Oh,
That's
goodness,
definitely an older name.
Edward. Somebody say Edward.
Yeah,
Susan.
Edward.
Yeah.
Like it's like I actually met a young dude. His name was Edward, and I was like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 20. He's like 23, 24. And,
But
I was
see,
like, and I was like, what's your name again? He was like, Edward. I was like, dang.
Edward. Was he a junior? Because sometimes
I don't know. Ulysses is
yes,
definitely old. Ulysses is definitely old.
Ulysses.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's
What
definitely
about
old.
Peter?
I haven't heard too
For
many
white,
Peters.
for white people, it's not.
Right.
No, it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Peter in the
I don't know too many Peters that's black.
Yeah.
What about Kevin?
No, that's still young.
That's
You
still
got-
young.
young.
Okay.
That's still,
Kevin
it's still,
Hart, what, 40?
it's still a normal name for black
normal
folks.
name.
Yeah, for black folks, Michael, Kevin.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Michael.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
James, John. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what about some of these new names? Like, my
Listen.
son name is Javante. Back then, that was a popular name because Jodeci. Like, and actually, I didn't name Javante. She's like my cousin, Carmen Jackson. Actually named
Carmen
Javante.
Jackson. That's her whole name or first
You
name?
know Carmen from the neighborhood?
I know, but that
Carmen is an old name now
Carmen.
too.
My mother's
Carmen
name is
is
Carmelita.
Carmelita?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went to school with somebody named
Constance. Somebody say
Carmelita.
Constance.
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 Yeah.
That's my
definitely
mother's
old.
middle name. I
That's,
think.
I got
Really?
I got an auntie named Constance.
They said
I got-
club whole name.
I got two aunties named Jacqueline. That's old
Jacqueline.
too.
Yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah,
That's
that's
old
old
school.
right there,
Betty.
boy.
You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Joyce ain't.
My other grandmother, her name was Bertha.
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 Oh yeah, Bertha. What about now? What about if you meet a woman? Like say you meet a woman, she like my name Bertha.
Bertha. I be like Bertha.
I'm like, wow.
Damn.
But you
But
can't
I
tell
would see
somebody-
her. I would see her, and I would know her age. Be like, okay, Bertha fits you.
Really?
Yeah.
So say she's around our age, like 40.
Olivia.
I like
Yeah.
Olivia. I think
Like
Olivia
Olivia?
is such a
Actually,
pretty
Olivia
name.
is still a good name.
And still.
I
Yeah.
love that name, Olivia.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
What you think about the
Gerald.
first name? Huh?
Gerald.
Yep. Gerald. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
What
a
about Gerald?
that's a old name for a
What
guy
about
now.
Jerry?
That one
That's
too.
it. Leonard.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's not like he got his socks up to his knees. Look at old Leonard over there.
Hey, my girl said Edwina. I know Edwina.
That just sounds cruel.
I know
Ronald.
Edwina. Who?
Ronald.
Ronald, oh my God.
Ronald.
What about Calvin?
Calvin? It can ride the fence.
Okay,
Calvin.
what about
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's an
Yes.
old name now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What about Jonathan? Did we say that? Jonathan.
cousin-
Nah,
ain't Jonathan. That ain't
Jonathan
bad.
is still normal.
That ain't bad. Is James? Yeah, James.
James is still normal.
James.
That sounds
James
old
Jr.
though.
James Jr.
I mean, it sound old, but it's still a you know what I'm saying, a name that's used quite
What about
a bit.
brother? Everybody knows somebody named brother.
Brother?
Yeah.
That's a real name? Brother?
Brother. They call him
Hey,
brother.
you remember everybody said back then, yeah, brother over there,
Yeah.
brother. Especially like the down south people.
Samuel.
Oh, Samuel.
Walter.
Yep. Walter is old too. Yeah, Walter is an old name.
What about
I should have said Theodore. Teddy. That's what they call
You said
Theodore.
Alvin?
Albert.
Oh, Albert and Alvin.
And Alvin.
And Theodore. Those some old
Sandra.
names.
Sandra.
Our next door
Sandra.
name was Sandra Lee.
Sandra
Sandra Lee?
is definitely an old name. My godmother, her name is Sandra.
That's my
we
name
call
down
her
the street.
Sandy.
Sandra,
Wow.
yep, Sandra,
Jeffrey.
Rose.
What about Mika? Yumika.
Yumika. I ain't never heard nobody named
Yeah.
I
Yumika.
heard people name Yumika.
Anybody got the "k" at the end, I think they crazy.
Tamika, Eureka,
Sheila.
Yumika, Shanika, Lanika.
Wow, really?
What about Donald?
Donald, that sounds
Yeah,
old.
that's
Donald.
old too.
Who named
Yeah,
Donald?
Donald and Ronald.
Donald.
I know-
His name was Donald.
I know a
Like,
couple
She
Donald.
said, "Oh, this old Elaine."
Ooh, Elaine, yeah.
Webster.
Wow.
Webster. Ooh, that's some old names.
Cecil.
Yep. That's definitely an old name right there. That's like a.
That's his old name.
Hey,
That's somebody named who started. That's at a family reunion. Cecil is the leader.
Hey, that's your great daddy. All the ones with Cecil, all them pictures is black and white.
Yeah,
they all black and white with the wrinkles in them.
What about Herman?
Ooh, that's old.
Herman, yes, that is old.
Man, you remember the coach Herm Edwards? Herman. Man.
What about Bobby?
Robert?
No.
Because you're Robert, Bobby,
But
William Bill.
I mean, you can hit either one of those. Robert is still kind of normal. Bobby is still kind of normal. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby, but you don't hear too many young guys like my name Bobby.
I know a couple.
Really? Wow.
She said Sherman.
Ooh, that's old.
That's old.
That's not
I graduated with a Sherman.
Teresa.
That name sound old. Teresa is an old name.
That
definitely is.
Yeah, that's the Teresa.
Wow.
Man, cause she said Carl.
Carl.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's
Man, I had an uncle named Carl. Yeah.
What about Lonnie?
That's old too. I got an older cousin named Lonnie. Oh.
What about George?
Yep. That's old now
said
too.
George, yeah.
That's old now too.
Old school, man.
That's old school.
Wow.
Man.
What about Christopher?
Yep.
Christopher, yeah.
It's gotten there.
Yeah.
The only thing they did was, people started spelling it with a K as opposed to CH.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's still old.
What about Quentin?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's old too.
Yeah, I hate that.
Quentin,
too.
Quincy.
I hate Quentin.
Yes,
I do. I always hated that name.
I remember one day I called you Quentin. I think I called you like, "Hey, Quentin." And you
Man,
was like,
it's a few people that call me that. It's my sis Carla Franklin called me that. My sis Tajima, and they be like, "Hey, Quentin." I'm like, "Man, come on now, stop
that's
that."
your name.
What about Viola?
No, that's old. We already know that's old.
But she said Lionel.
Anytime you name after an instrument that was created
Clarinet.
in medieval times.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. We got to get up out of here.
We got to get out of here. We
is
with y'all,
hilarious.
man. We talking about having an older relationship or a younger relationship. You know what I'm saying? The ins and outs. What's your experience, man? I gave you my experience. We gave all our hookups. You talked about old names, man.
Yeah, we was very transparent.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, young man.
You can go on and on with that topic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People typically end up having experiences on both ends of that spectrum. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you dating somebody older.
Yeah.
And once you get older, you start looking at, you know what I'm saying, people younger, and then at some point you will settle into what really, you know what I'm saying, work for you or fit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife only a year apart.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because after dating some younger women for a while, it was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work because we just wasn't on the same page.
Well, at this age, I'm looking for an 80-year-old Caucasian man.
Damn. That sounds like money. That sounds like money. The older lady, I forgot to tell you, the older lady that I was dating, she had.
She could work in the yard all day, all she want, and ain't worried about nothing.
She want that money. The older lady that I was dating, she used to wear gloves. You know what I'm saying? And while she was at home, and I found out later on she had arthritis. So she wore gloves. She used to wear gloves to keep her hands tight.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you have gloves? I thought she was, I thought she liked Michael Jackson. So I'm like, what the fuck she got gloves on for? You know what I'm saying? But later on, she had arthritis. So listen, we out. Check us out next week, man.
Yes,
I think we got Pastor
Mo, hopefully.
Pastor Mo. Okay. We announce it.
We'll announce it.
Thank y'all for riding with us, man. Shout out to my co-host,
Hey, peace, everybody.
You know what I'm saying? You got L Boog here in the building. You dig?
Awesome engineer.
Yeah, so we'll check y'all out next Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here at the, I'm about to say the dinner table. Yeah, the dinner table with Q and She. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We out.
Peace.